I love Dan Campbell. Obviously, it's a football podcast. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
And then Jason's up there now. Talk to me a little bit about him, man, like building a culture. I also got a little bit of time with Doug Peterson, and I think he's awesome as well in terms of being a locker room guy, backup quarterback. I feel like he can relate to everybody for the most of his career, and he does a great job of that as a head coach. I love my short time with him. But talk about like Dan to Doug and those experiences and like what you think separates Dan Campbell from the rest as it pertains to like his MO and if the shit we see on TV is for real or if he's just, because I think it's as authentic as it gets, but
yeah, no. What you see is definitely what you get with Dan. I got to know Dan obviously when he came in 2021, and I feel like he's always had that mindset of trying to change the culture. Especially in a program like Detroit where they haven't won much at all. I think he kind of took an approach of, we don't care about having the best, the fastest guy, the strongest guy. We just want guys, the right guys in the locker room that fit our culture. He kind of exemplifies that in everything he does when he's walking, when he's talking. He seems so just like abrupt with everything. But he's intense, but he means well, man. He's always been a good guy, and I think he's a great leader of men. I think a lot of those guys believe in him. I've honestly gotten to know him fairly a little bit throughout this back half of the season, and he's also a great leader of men. I think he's a great coach to play for, and like you said, a player's guy, somebody who can relate to the guys and someone that guys like to play for. But yeah, both great coaches. I think, I'm impressed with what Dan has done with the team, getting them to the NFC Championship. And I think that's always going to continue in Detroit because they got the right guy in the front office. So.